video is for the Cyberbullying Guide Assignment 1 Research and Plan. So the first thing that you want to note is that the 4 requirements for our guide are in blue. And so what we want to do is first we're going to Google search the first requirement, which is current statistics on cyberbullying. So we're just going to highlight it and hit Control-C on your keyboard. Open up a new tab, and then you're going to just hit Control-V on your keyboard to paste. And then what we're going to do, you'll notice this one is 2014. So we're going to scroll down to the very bottom of the page, and we're going to click on where it says Cyberbullying Statistics 2017. Now, because we're not that far into 2017, you can click on the first one that says October 10th, 2016. Okay, so then it has a graph, and so basically what we want to do is we want to include some statistics. So we'll see right here that as far as the number of people who have been cyberbullied in their lifetime, this is in 2016, 30.7% of boys, 36.3% of girls. So we're going to click back over to our copy of Cyberbullying Guide. We're just going to go into scene 2. So you want to say 30.7% of boys and 36.3% of girls have been cyberbullied. And that fact is from Patchin, so do parentheses, P-A-T-C-H-I-N, and that was written in 2016. That's when that statistic came out. So then in scene 1, what we're going to do is we're going to just type in a guide to cyberbullying. So this is going to be kind of our title page, Guide to Cyberbullying, and then put your name. So I would put my name. Then what you're going to do is you're going to research how to report cyberbullying on one or more major social media apps. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to open up a new tab, and you're going to just search how to report cyberbullying on Snapchat. And then what you're going to do is click on the first link that appears. Okay, so here's what you can do. If a child receives inappropriate photos or someone's harassing them, contact Snapchat via safety@snapchat.com. So we're just going to highlight that and then hit Control-C on your keyboard. Click back over to your copy of the Cyberbullying Guide, and you're going to click under Scene 3 and hit Control-V on your keyboard. And we're just going to change it so that it doesn't say if a child receives. We'll say if you receive inappropriate photos, and we'll say or harassment on Snapchat. That way we're putting it more into our own words. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to look up some information about what you should do if you're the victim of cyberbullying. So what we're going to do is we're going to open up another tab, and we're going to type in what should you do if you are cyber bullied. Okay, and then what you're going to do is click on the first link. Okay, and so you're just going to add in, probably we'll start with the first 3 bullets. So we're just going to highlight the first part of the first bullet here. So you want to tell people, tell your parents, teacher, or trusted adult. So we're just going to click on drag to highlight, Control C to copy, and then scroll down to scene 4, and you're going to type in what should you do if you are cyberbullied, and then we're going to paste that information into scene 5. So we're going to click in scene 5 and then hit Control V on your keyboard. Make sure it ends with a period. Click back over to the other link, and you can just highlight save and store emails, chat logs, or SMMs. So Control C, click back over, and then scene 6, Control V, basically want to say that you want to save and store any proof of bullying. And again, make sure it ends with a period. And then you want to tell people to block and delete the bully. So you can click and drag to highlight, Control C, and then click in scene 7, Control V. Again, make sure it ends with a period. And then for scene 8, what you can do, you want to say that also follow these steps if someone you know is being bullied, because it's important that we all do our part. So if someone else is being cyberbullied, then what you're going to do is you're going to do a works cited for scene 9. And what you're going to do is first you're going to click over to the statistics about cyberbullying, click to highlight it, hit Control C on your keyboard, and then what you're going to do is open up a new tab, and you're going to go to easybib.com. And then what you're going to do is hit Control V on your keyboard and click on Cite It. And then you're going to click on Cite This. Okay, and then scroll down, click on Continue to the final step. Now we know the author's name because it's up at the top of the website, so it's Justin W. Patchen. So we're going to click back over to EasyBib and type in the author's name. Oops, and make sure that it doesn't just go in the first name space. So first, middle, last. Next, what you're going to do is scroll down, and the publisher is the same as the website title, so we're just going to highlight, hit Control C, and then click under Publisher Sponsor and hit Control V on your keyboard. Click Yes next to Display URL, and then you're going to scroll down and click on Create Citation. Next, what you're going to do is you're going to click and drag to copy the citation that appears. So we're just going to have to scroll down a little bit past the advertisement and click and drag to highlight, and then hit Control-C on your keyboard, and then click back over to the your cyberbullying guide. And unfortunately, it's taking a little while to load. Okay, and then underneath where you typed works cited for scene 9, you're just going to go ahead and hit Control-V on your keyboard. And so then you should have your citation. There it is. And so now you are all done with your rough draft of your cyberbullying guide.